Hi, so welcome to the measurement video. So today I want to teach you how to take accurate measurements. Now, this is my model here, Lulu. Hi, Lulu. So you want your model to be very relaxed. So the first thing that you do before you take any measurements is to tie. She has to actually be wearing something very fitted. So this is not really appropriate, but we're going to take this like that. So we're going to fix this. This is a bias, but you can use an elastic. So you're going to put this around her, and you're looking for her true waistline, her natural waist. Now I'll show you how you can get her natural waist. There are different ways to get her natural waist. So first of all, you're going to tell her to bend to the side. So there's a curve that comes when she bends to the side, both the sides. So I'll just tell her to bend to the side, and then I can say, so can you bend to the left? Yeah. Can you bend to the side? Good. So I'm just going to twist this. Another thing is that the tape literally ends where the rib cage ends. So that's another way to figure out where your natural waist is. So the first thing I'm going to do is the back. So I'm going to pack her hair because this can be a major distraction. First thing I want to do is my nape to waist. So can you stand straight like a soldier? Head up. Yeah, perfect. So the first thing I want to do is to show you her nape. Her nape is somewhere around here. This is, if she wears a chain, that part where the chain rests, that's her nape. So she needs to put her head straight up, erect her hands beside her, and then you place your tape. Because I'm measuring in centimeters, and I'll take it down and find her back. So her back is 34. That's her nape to waist, 34. The next thing I want to do is to find her across back. So for me, I'm just going to measure 15 centimeters, and then I will take it from this point. You don't want to go right into her armhole. So it's just at the point where her armhole is formed to the next one. So please, can you drop your hands? Yeah, because it can add to your measurement. So this next point. So that's about 33.5. So this is 34. So her cross back is 34. So the next thing that you want to do is her shoulder. And for me, this is what I do. I don't go too close to the neck. I just look for that point where the highest point of her neck, and then somewhere around here. So the idea is you want to find that point where the shoulder bone ends, that point where there's a slight dip, and then you fall down. So it's around here, and her shoulder is about 30. Her shoulder is about 12. Good. So that's her shoulder. So turn to the front. Thank you. So the next thing is her across chest. So like I did at the back, you first of all measure 15, about 13 to 15 centimeters, because that's the width of her chest. So somewhere around here, 12 to the front and 15 at the back. So I'm going to find from armhole to armhole. You don't want to go too into the armhole. So this is about 33. So the next thing I want to, so that's 33. The next thing I'm going to do is her bust. So I'll tell her to put her hands up so that I can take it straight. You know, yeah. So you can put it down, thank you. So you want to put the tape directly around the fullest part of her bust. Because if it's not the fullest part of her bust, what you find is that when she's wearing, so if her fullest part is underneath, if she's wearing the top, it's not going to move up, because what you took was over here. So you want to find the fullest part and take it quite firmly. So I'm just going to put my finger underneath, you know, and ensure that this is on the fullest part. Yeah. And then I'm also going to ensure that the back, so can you turn around? I'm also going to ensure that the back is straight and is against her shoulder blades. Yeah. And that's literally where her bra rests. So let's turn, to the side again. So I've ensured that the back is all right. I'm just going to replace this and ensure that the front is all right too. Yeah, and make it firm. Yeah. So this is 95. So the next thing I also want to do is to take the underbust. So this is for contour dresses. You want to be sure that you have a perfect underbust. And so it's literally on her rib cage, underneath her bust, and that's where the band sits. So this is 81. So the next thing I want to do is to find the bust point, and it's the distance from her neck point to the fullest part of her bust. And so this is about, and this is a very important measurement, because if you don't take it accurately, the top will jump, and you don't want that to happen. So look for the height, the bust tip. So this is around 29, and the next thing is also point to point. So we're also going to look for one point to the next, and this is what you use to make your contour dress like bustier. So this is around 17. So the next thing we're going to do is to take our waist. So our waist is here, and I'm going to take it round like this, and that's about 80.5. Next is her hip. Yeah, so I'm looking for the fullest part of her hip, and so the hip is a little tricky, you know, so you have to go round to just put the tape at different sides to find the highest point. So once you found the highest point or the fullest point, hers is 106. Yeah, so you take it. So the next thing I want to do is her shoulder. I'm going to take her top arm, her wrist, and her elbow. So she's going to place her hand like this from the tip, her shoulder point, right to where her wrist is, and this is about 66. Then I'll also tell her to bend her elbow while I take this elbow. So I'm going to I'm leaving space for, because you know the shoulder, sorry, the arm is has a ball and socket joint, so it moves in all directions. So what that means is that you want to have a sleeve that you can move freely in. And so because the sleeves that we draft has a dart in it, so that dart gives you like a bias effect that enables you to move your hand. So you have to take, you don't take the exact elbow, you take a little, you have to bend it in such a way that you're leaving allowance for a bent arm, and that's your elbow measurement. So hers is 32.5. I'm also going to take her wrist. So can I take her wrist? Thank you. I'll take her wrist measurement, put one finger underneath, and take, this is 17. Another thing I want to do is the wrist entry. You want to ensure that the top will be able to move out of her finger, and that's 23.5. The last one would be, sorry, we were supposed to take it initially. So from her shoulder point to her elbow, and then it's directly on the elbow, and that's 37. Another thing we also want to take is the top arm. The top arm is very important. So we're going to look for the top arm around here. So the top arm is literally the fullest part here. So you want to, sorry, can you raise your hand a little bit? Yeah. So you want to find the fullest part. So this is about 34. Yeah. And so we've taken the across back, we've taken the across back, across chest, we've taken the shoulder, we've taken the top arm, we've taken the bust, we've taken waist, and we've taken hip. We've also taken, what else have we taken? We've also taken the point to point, we've also taken the under bust, and the last one, we've taken the nape to waist. So that's literally all the measurements that you take for a bodice block. and a sleeve block. So if you're going to take a skirt block, this is what you would do. You tell the customer, where do you put your skirt? So if she puts it here, fine, you just take that waist. So she puts her skirt on the navel, so I'm just going to place this on the navel and I'll take the measurement. So this is for skirts. So I'm going to take the measurements. And so this is 84. So I prefer to take this, the waist. We've already taken the hip. The next thing is to take from here to her knee. So I just have to stand straight. Please, can you stand straight? So I'm going to take from, she's going to stand straight, and I'll take from exactly from her waist down to the hip, down past the hip to her knee. So her knee is about 64. If she's going to, so I take everything because you never know if she wants to make a straight skirt, a knee length skirt, ankle skirt, or a floor skirt, a floor length skirt. So I'll take to the knee, that's 64. Can you stand straight, please? So she's 64, and then her ankle is 104, and then the floor, she's actually not supposed to wear slippers. She's just supposed to be barefoot, and the floor is 111. That's 111 centimeters. So this basically are all of the measurements that you take when you want to take measurements for your bodice, your sleeve, your skirt block. So thank you very much.